I had heard of Magusar's prescient abilities before I met him. He was well known among sorcerers.
I have found you.
Magusar appeared suddenly before me with a most unsettling proclamation.
One day, you will become a beast and trigger the apocalypse.
He claimed to have come to prevent this grim fate. Now, if that were true, saving the world would not be very difficult.
I wanted to kill you at first, but I had a change of heart. My belief was that no one could ever fully comprehend me. But it occurred to me that with a plight so dire, maybe you could understand me. That at least was my hope.
Magusar invited me to join him, since we were both aberrations.
Become a beast, and I shall kill you. Your life will be passed on to me. That is my duty as your partner.
He would be my partner, despite the blood on my hands. Magusar could read my thoughts. The guilt from murdering my partner was threatening to overcome me.
No spell can be cast that will cure solitude. And so,
This has been on my mind since the day that I sacrificed Sortiara. Perhaps somewhere deep down, I wished to be forgiven. I held out my hand, and Magusar offered his. We shook hands, and an old sensation returned. A feeling forgotten since parting with Sortiara. And how closely bound are the souls of partners. I strongly felt that this was a man I could trust. In some demented fashion. Those two were deeply connected, inseparable to one another. But then, that their relationship should end in such a way. I looked around. The whole town was painted red. Skulls, bodies, and all manner of innards strewn about. It was all my doing. A rampage, total loss of control. My right arm was still fresh. Warm, eviscerated entrails. I had little room for denial. The clock on my humanity is winding down. I stood in the ruins with the dank stench of death, reflecting upon the gravity of my sins.
It seems all the residents have been consigned to oblivion. Sacrifice them or save them. Stay focused. I would expect nothing less from you. Stay focused. You are unstoppable. Sacrifice them, save them. This sacrifice. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Then an image of my mother flashed into my mind. Why now? This was not usual. There must be some reason that I would remember her at this moment. To find an answer, I had to untangle a complex web formed by the strings of fate. Only later would I realize that it was all fated to happen. From the moment I set foot in that town, I knew was the place my mother once lived, for it perfectly matched a story I heard when I was very young. My mother was driven out over some insignificant happenings.
A fine spree of death indeed.
Magusar spoke with dead calm. 5 days, until the end of the world.
The journal begins to touch somehow upon the author's mother. Why would she suddenly come up now? Read on to discover the most peculiar answer.
When we came upon my mother's town, its inhabitants had perished long before. A story my mother told me long ago explained this. The tale matched what she had said. The townspeople were projections. I had massacred apparitions, eerie phantoms, which were the work of one man. The man loved his fair town. Loved it too much, one might say. When disease struck the town, the man refused to believe it. His desires led him to stray from the path of good. With ghastly newfound powers, he restored the good old days. We came for him, and started with the destruction of his phantom puppets. We knew that slaughtering his dolls would tease him out.
It seems we've lured out the monster, just as we planned. Stay focused. Those wounds of yours need to be treated. Stay focused. I would expect nothing. Those wounds of yours need to be treated. I have the pleasure of this sacrifice. The beast must be put to death. Our survival depends on it. Our enemy is strong. We must be on our guard. It's no use. I cannot move. These are mere scratches. Our enemy is strong. We must be on our guard. These are mere scratches. These are mere scratches. Those wounds of yours need to be treated. Those wounds of yours need to be treated. Stay focused. Good. Keep us up. Those wounds of yours need to be treated.
Deeply wounded, the Cerberus fled. Magusar mentioned it as we pursued the beast. Magusar said that he feared me. Alarmed at the violence I exhibited toward these ghosts. Convinced that I would have done the same to real people.
Remember, I must take your life before my premonitions come to pass.
Magusar was preparing for the moment of truth, and who could blame him? I could feel what was happening to my body. My humanity was approaching its frail end. We pursued the monster, but it was a trap. We soon faced a woman who claimed to be Magusar's former partner. 5 days until the end of the world.
The author of the journal is now almost a monster. And the relationship with Magusar is transforming. According to the sorcerer's recollection,